Hello, football fans, and welcome to the quarterfinal round of the Region 6B football playoffs. As the number 4 seed Franklin County Eagles have their 6-4 record, are playing host to the 5-5 number 5 seed in Clover Hill. We're here with our Redwood Fuel Oil and Propane pregame show. Going to turn first to Derek. You race all those wins and losses on the season. You're in the playoffs now. You earn yourself a spot playing at home here in the first round. 6-4 winning record. Right. You're on a roll, though.
Yeah, you talk about a Franklin County team that has won 6 out of their last 7 games. You know, they started the season really slow, lost their first 3. Things didn't look so good, but you could tell there was something different, an outstanding defense, flashes of goodness on offense, big plays happening. About midway through the season, they started clicking everything together, making enough plays on offense, scoring enough points, obviously, to win, and have put a string together and are playing as well now as they have all season long, which is what you want coming into tonight's game.
Absolutely. You flip it over and you look at Clover Hill, 5-5 coming into this. They were off last week, wrapped up their season the week before that. You know, they probably would have loved to have had that Cosby game back where they dropped that one. But again, they've beat some teams this year, but really haven't had a lot of competition in those wins.
Yeah, and it's a tough district to play in, obviously. And Coach Jennings, in his first year, has to be pleased to be in the playoffs. And he's got a good little ball club, I think, a running back that's over 900 yards for the season. They've lost 4 in a row, so a different trend, I think, than Franklin County coming in, obviously, and haven't beaten a team with a winning record all season long. So they don't score a lot of points, but they don't give up a lot of points, 16 both ways. So they're another team that is just doing enough to get by. It's nasty out here tonight. But it should be fun. It should be a really good football game, and honestly I think Franklin County's got a real good shot to move on.
Absolutely. Going to turn now to Steve Engel. Steve, glad to have you here tonight. A little bit of travel plans brought you back here to Rocky Mount for tonight to be on the microphone for the PA. Franklin County, as we said, you know, they're playing really good football. Defensively played really strong the second half of the season. Offense, though, is starting to catch up.
Certainly is. You know, Franklin County has won 4 in a row, and they've looked really good on both sides of the ball doing that. Tonight, though, things change a little bit when you get to the playoffs. You know, teams have earned the right to be here, and you got a quality opponent to get across the line of scrimmage from you. And now, a lot of people think when you get to the playoffs, well, maybe you ought to put some kind of gadget play in or something. And no, that's not the place for it. You keep doing the things that you did that got you here. You play solid defense, and, you know, everything will take care of itself. Going to be a wet field tonight, but both teams have to play for it. And I think the team that does not turn the ball over tonight in the wet conditions will definitely have an advantage of winning the football game. Like Derek says, 2 evenly matched teams, it'll be a good high school football game.
Absolutely, and you got to love playing at home.
All the time. And, you know, Franklin County's been on the other end in the playoffs. We have to get on that bus and ride 4 or 5 hours, and it's a big deal to get on the bus and ride that long. And now, you know, Clover Hill from Midlothian had the same thing, a 4+ hour bus ride down here. And, you know, it tires you out. And we'll see if that has any effect during the game tonight. Don't think it's going to. You know, just teams get up for playoff football, and both teams are ready to play tonight.
Absolutely. Going to turn it over to Mike. Mike, you look at all the intangibles around this football game. Franklin County playing lights-out football. They've got the momentum going in their side. They played on this field last Friday night in possibly a little bit worse conditions. They're used to it. And you'd have to think, you get off that bus, you look at this field, it's got to weigh on your mind if you're Clover Hill.
Oh, yeah, and it's his home. You know, like you said, home is where you need to be. That's where you want to be. And them playing in the monsoon of last week will be good practice for this week. And they haven't had to do that much this year. And we're talking about our opponents and going into the playoffs. Yeah, you're going to have some good opponents, but this schedule that these Eagles have played all year has got a lot of teams in it that are still in the playoffs and going strong. So it should be a good game tonight. I think it'll be a close game, but I know Franklin County would love to pull out a win and go north next week.
Absolutely. The winner of this game will get the pleasure of traveling to Colonial Forge to take on the number 1 seed in the semifinals. But, hey, you lose, your season is over, and you're going home. So Franklin County is going to look to pick up the win here tonight. But hey, Clover Hill also going to be on the hunt. As again, you're still in the hunt for that state title, because if you lose, your season will come to an end. We're going to be back with Franklin County Eagle head coach J.R. Edwards right here on the Redwood Fuel Oil and Propane pregame show right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12. Back now to continue our Redwood Fuel Oil and Propane pregame show, joined now by Franklin County Eagle head coach J.R. Edwards. Coach, we're in the first week of the playoffs, but Mother Nature definitely continuing to wreak her havoc. Had a little bit of rain earlier today. Temperatures turned off cool, but hey, you had good luck last week on this field.
Yeah, it's just great to be at home for a playoff game. I think the kids have earned that, and hopefully we can put it together again here tonight.
Absolutely. Going to take it straight to the source. You look back at the 10 games you've already played this season. Started off the season 0-3. What changed after that start to go on the tear that you went on?
Well, I think the kids just kept grinding. They kept working, and I think they realized that we were playing some pretty good teams early on. And, we just it made us better. And in turn, they stuck with it and believed in themselves. And we're able I guess the fourth week there, turn it around a little bit.
Absolutely. Interesting situation when you get to the playoffs. You don't know who you're going to be playing, and all of a sudden you've got Clover Hill. How do you prepare for this week on a pretty short week?
Yeah, it's they're a talented bunch. You'll see a lot of speed out there, some great size, and some real fast defensive linemen. But hey, it's just it's what it's all about. The kids get to come out here on a Friday night and continue to play football in November, and that's what we want to try to do.
So what are you looking for out of your kids tonight?
Well, just focus, concentration, eliminate our own mistakes. I guess that's the boring slogan every coach is going to give you, but if we can eliminate our own mistakes and try to keep the ball out of their hands, and their speed and their talent, we should be all right.
Absolutely. Well, good luck, Coach, here tonight.
Thank you, guys.
We're going to be right back to continue our Redwood Fuel Oil and Propane pregame show right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12.
Whether it's residential, commercial, industrial, or agricultural, family-owned Redwood Fuel Oil and Propane is here for all of your heating and appliance needs. Come check out our new state-of-the-art showroom, showcasing a full line of propane appliances, including gas heaters and logs. All propane tanks and gas installations are performed by employees trained and certified through the National Propane Gas Association. Don't let winter catch you by surprise this year. Give us a call today at 483-7726 or visit us on the web at redwoodfuel.com.
I'm Dean Stone, manager at Redwood Fuel Oil and Propane, and we invite you to come see what we have to offer in our new showroom.
There you see the Eagles making their way onto the field for tonight's quarterfinal round of the Region 6B playoffs, as Franklin County, as we said, have the number 4 seed, earned the home game to play in front of this crowd here at Cy Dillon Stadium. Clover Hill, the number 5 seed with their 5-5 record, have had to come on the road for this opening round. What's at stake is the winner of this game will play against the number 1 team in the region, Colonial Forge, next Friday night. Captains meeting at midfield. First for Clover Hill, number 5, Jaden Johnson, number 7, Iman De La Rosa, number 25, Yanez Clyburn, and number 78, Christian Mayweather. And for your Franklin County Eagles, number 7, Shane Grindstaff, 67, William Hairston, 38, Hunter Kennedy, and 84, Jalen Jamison. Our blind guys for tonight brought to you by the good folks at Budget Blinds. Referee Jim Gear, umpire Bo Herndon, linesman Jeff Ferguson, line judge Jeff Beamer. The field judge on the home side, Charles Carney. The side judge on the visiting side, Troy Brandon. And the back judge is Tim Hess. Our clock operator is Mark Hudson, and our 25-second clock operator is Philip Bruce. You know, Franklin County loves to get that ball in the second half. It has proved and served them well here in the last couple games, Derek. But it's going to be an interesting task here, facing a team a little bit of a relative unknown in Clover Hill.
Yeah, I think either way, Franklin County wins the toss. They're sending that defense out there. It has been the strength of this football team all season long, and tonight will be no different. We'll see what happens.
Clover Hill's going to receive the football. That's going to give Franklin County the ball in the second half.
You like it if you're the Eagles, for sure.
You see there with Clover Hill, they want the football. They want to put that offense on the field. As Clover Hill makes their way onto the field, waving the Cavalier flag as they come into Cy Dillon Stadium. See those green and white uniforms in the end zone. A lot of pride for those Cavaliers coming in tonight.
Yeah, for sure. One thing about it, those white uniforms won't be white long here on this track tonight. But you're right, a lot of pride. They do things right out there at Colonial Hill, and they're going to be taking the field here behind their flags.
Absolutely. Fans have made the trip down from Clover Hill. You see them there on the visitor side. Also, crowd here tonight for Franklin County. Late arriving for the Eagles. An exciting atmosphere for the first playoff game since 2011 for this Franklin County team. And a real opportunity to advance here in the 6A playoffs.
Yeah, it's a huge game here to be able to host this football game, 6A playoffs here in Rocky Mount. And, you know, it's great to look out and see all the support of the community here.
Did have rain showers move through the area. Steady rain earlier today. Already had a wet field from a week ago.
Right.
They did move the JV game to Ferrum, so that gave this field a little bit of time to rest over the last week. But definitely, all joking aside, going to be an issue to start this ball game before both teams are able to really get into the key of things. I think Franklin County kicking this football off to start the game is going to be a big benefit for them.
Yeah, I think so too. You know, again, you're putting your best part of your team out there first in the defense. We saw a stout defense last week in these conditions, and wouldn't expect much different tonight.
Castaneda has it teed up at the 40. Houston and Johnson back deep for the Cavaliers. Going to keep this one on the ground. Up man, going to fall on that one. An excellent field position to start here for the Cavaliers.
Well, and a great play that man, by that young man.
Covered at the 46-yard line.
William McCarsell on the coverage.
Clover Hill takes over there, 1st and 10.
It's going to be 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line. Our first look, 5 wide set for Melf. Looks to fire it out, and it will be incomplete. Eagles had an opportunity there, like Cromwell and Wingfield over in the area. We'll catch it here on the Bob Parcell replay.
Yeah, first attempt by De La Rosa. Just a quick hitter. We talked about in the pregame. They're all spread out. That pass defense is there. Cromwell almost had the pick on the first play.
De La Rosa going to hand it off up the middle. A little bit of a hole opens up near midfield. Give him 4 yards on the carry. It's going to be Dillard on the tackle. Quickly back to the line. 3 receivers near side, 1 receiver to the top. Stone a little anxious on the near side. 15 seconds on the play clock. Hands off to Houston once again. Sidesteps the man. He's off to the races. Going to run through the pig pen. Carter going to run him down from behind, but a big gainer all the way into Eagle territory, inside the 30, down close to the 25.
Yeah, that was a big gain, 22 yards. You haven't seen this defensive line, cut up like that all season long, but that was a quick hitter. Chris Houston, obviously leading rusher on this football team, over 900 yards, coming into tonight's contest, and he's off to a good start.
3 receivers once again to the near side, 1 lone receiver to the top for De La Rosa out of the pistol. Houston in the backfield with him. A bit of a low snap. De La Rosa going to fire it up the sideline, has a receiver out there, and it will fall incomplete. Great coverage on the outside by Malik Carter.
Yeah, outstanding coverage out there by Malik Carter. Step for step with the wide out there. I think that's Jordan. And Carter, you'll see it on your replay, just with him step for step. De La Rosa just threw it out there hoping Jordan could make the play, and again, great coverage wins.
2nd down and 10 from the 27. It's going to be a handoff to Houston. Comes across the left side, works his way inside the 25 down to the 24. Parker, Scott, and Dillard in on the tackle.
Yeah, great job again in there. Houston able to pick up about 3.5, maybe 4. He is a speedy back. I'm not sure the Eagles have faced an offensive line with quite this much size. Those boys up front are big guys for this Clover Hill team.
De La Rosa straight drop back, fires it to the near side. Tyshawn Ziegler with the opportunity to pick that one off. Pass going to be incomplete. Raquan Epps, the intended receiver on the play.
Well, there you see the wet field, the wet conditions already. That football slips out of De La Rosa's hand and missed his target badly, and Ziegler almost had a chance.
4th down and 7. Cavaliers going to line up the field goal unit. It's going to be John Michael Elliott. And the 41-yard attempt. Kick is up and going to be well short. And Franklin County defense holds strong and will take over.
Well, it's interesting to see him miss that badly. We watched him in pregame. He was knocking them through from 40, 42, 43 yards, no problem in pregame. But that was on the other side of the field. You know, we're down here in the mud and muck, and it looked like his footing was bad, and really just missed it very bad.
10-18 left to play here in the first quarter. It's going to be 1st down and 10 from the 20-yard line. There you see the Eagle faithful have come out to cheer on this Franklin County team. Their first look on offense. Going to have a receiver split out to each side. Grindstaff's going to bring the line set. Wingfield at fullback. Miles Gilbert dotting the I. Good push on the near side of the offensive line across the 25. Give them out close to the 27 before Kendall Cross makes the stop.
Yep, good start for Franklin County there. Miles Gilbert getting in there behind his big guys up front, doing a great job. They're going to give him 7 yards on that first carry. Miles Gilbert up, shaking the mud out of the face mask, and got a handful of face mask by the defender. Almost took his helmet off of him.
We 2nd down and 3 from the 27. Jacob Bear is going to bring the play in from the sideline. Franklin County would love to convert this stop into points. Lone receiver to the near side in the form of Padgett. Jacob Bear will be to the top of the formation. Stay out of the eye. Last man through is going to be Gilbert. Doesn't get much of a push.
Now went right back to it that time. Clover Hill waiting for it and had it ready. Only about a yard gain. Going to bring up a big 3rd down here. 3rd down and a little over 2 yards.
Josh Nelson in on the tackle. Going to be 3rd down and 2 from the 28. 2 receivers set to the near side. Going to stay in the I formation. 5 on the play clock. Play action, Grindstaff, quick hitter to Wingfield. He's across the 30, out to the 33. It's going to be enough for the first down, and that's a good look there from the Eagle offense.
I like that. Nobody expecting it. Wingfield out of the backfield. Gets enough for the first down, but you see that wet track. Loses his footing trying to cut back inside. But a good pitch and a good catch and a good first down.
Pass was right on the money from
Sure
Grindstaff. It's definitely a confidence throw. He took a little bit off of it. 2 receivers set to the top. Garrett Garman, as well as Coma Padgett in the slot. First down and 10 from the 33. Gilbert's going to get the handoff right into the heart of that defensive line. Going to work his way out close to the 35.
Yep, he's going to get a couple. Really missed the cutback lane. You'll see it on the replay here, I think. Cuts it to the right side right there outside of the block down. He had plenty of yardage, but just tucked it in there and got what he could, a 2-yard gain.
Second down and 8 from the 35. Bayer's going to bring the play in. 8:15 left to play here in the first quarter. Just joining us is the quarterfinal round of the Region 6B football playoffs. 2 receivers set to the top of the formation. Padgett's going to come into motion. No flags. Have to catch this on the Bob Parcell replay. It will be third down.
Did the ball get snapped? And nobody really knew it, and he fumbled it, picked it up. It's going to be a loss of 2. Yeah, nobody moved. The center snapped the football, and nobody was ready.
Good call there by the blind guys. Good no call there by the blind guys.
Correct. Don't say that often, do you?
Be third down and 10 for the Eagles. Receivers set down to each side. High formation. It's going to be Wingfield up the middle. Nothing doing there. Is going to bring up fourth down out to the 35. Give him 2 yards. Going to bring up fourth down and 8.
Well, that's a very conservative call there. Not, you roll Grindstaff out there on third down and short, and he completes a good first down pass, and you're looking at third down and 10 there. You try to catch him snoozing on the trap up the middle. Instead of going on opening up, your defense got your stop. Offense has the ball for the first time. They're going to have to punt it away now.
Houston and Johnson back deep for the Cavaliers. Josh Luckett on to punt this one away from his own 21, looking to rip this one. Gets a good high spiraling kickoff. It's going to bounce and take a Cavalier bounce and be down at the 29.
What a punt. My goodness, that was a beautiful punt. That's as good a punt as we've seen here all season long.
.6:31 left to play here in the first quarter. First down and 10 from the 29. The Cavaliers had a drive going but stalled out, missed the field goal. Three receivers set to the top of the formation, 1 lone receiver to the near side. De La Rosa going to hand it off to Houston, and that hole closes up quickly.
Got filled up with number 9 and number 67, Hairston, Wingfield, and Evan Stone in there as well. All 3 guys crashing in.
See it here on the Bob Parcell replay, nothing doing up the middle. 2 receivers split to each side. De La Rosa out of the shotgun. Looks good for a quick hitter. Fires it back across the middle. Wingfield gets the mid on it, but can't draw it in. Not a good look there by the Cavaliers.
Not at all. They haven't looked good throwing the football in any opportunity. De La Rosa 0 for 4 on the night. 3 of them Franklin County had their hands on.
Neither option was open there for De La Rosa. 5 receivers set. De La Rosa straight drop back, looking for the bubble screen, coming to the near side. Pass is going to be complete to Johnson. He's going to be brought down at the 45, picking up a first down on third down and 10. Beautiful play drawn up there by the Cavaliers.
Yeah, it sure was. First completion on the night for De La Rosa, but it was a good one. 16 yards for the first down. A perfect screen. I tell you what, he just about broke that one. A good job by Ziegler. Hustling over a good open field solo tackle, or I'll tell you, Johnson could have went to the house.
First down and 10 from the 46. De La Rosa pump fakes, looks to go back the other way. Going to pull this one down, evades another tackle. I'll tell you, Tyre Meany almost lit up De La Rosa.
Yeah, he sure did. Good pressure. And you don't see these Eagles defenders miss much in the backfield. But De La Rosa is a shifty guy in the backfield, avoids a big hit from Wingfield, but Ty just gets enough of him to bring him down.
Receiver set, De La Rosa going to hands it off up the middle. Going to work the ball in to Eagle territory, down about the 49-yard line, giving a yard on the carry.
Again, a good job bottling Houston up. Stone in there.
Getting across on the carry. Bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Cavaliers. Just converted on a 3rd down and long with the screen. 4:40 left to play in the first quarter. 2 receivers set tight to either side of the formation. Nothing doing there for Houston. Give him a half yard, if any, on the play. Parker Scott shot out of a cannon with the shoestring tackle.
Yeah, he didn't miss at all either. Great job, Parker Scott. I mean, immediately in there, with some help from Evan Stone as well. A defense that has just played lights out all year long.
4th down and 5 from the Eagle 49-yard line. It's going to bring on John Michael Elliott to pump this one away. It's a sideline warning against the Eagles. Tyshawn Ziegler back at the 11. High kick, Franklin County needing to get away from this one. We'll take a Cavalier bounce down to the 20-yard line, and the Eagles, for their 2nd drive in a row, will start from their own 20-yard line as points few and far between here in the first quarter.
Well, we thought that might be the case. You know, Colonial Hill comes in, or Clover Hill, excuse me, comes in, only scoring about 16 points a game. The Eagles, on the other hand, have upped their average as they've really put some points on the board in this winning streak. But definitely 2 teams that are anchored by good defenses.
It's going to be 1st down and 10 from the 20. Garrett Garman's going to be the receiver to the near side. Paget in the slot. Alex Bowling checking in the fullback position. Miles Gilbert dotting the I. Bit of a delayed handoff to Gilbert coming across the far side of the formation. Picks up about 2 yards on the play.
Dalton Collins making the stop. The Eagles go to that delay counter. Gilbert looked like he was close to stepping through that one and had some room to run over that left side, but a good stop.
2nd down and 8 from the 22. Quick moving first quarter. We approach 3:20 left to play here in the first. 2 receivers set to the near side for the Eagles. Play action. Grindstaff rolling out, hits Bowling. Pick up about a yard before Collins makes the stop.
Yeah, it worked for about 5 last time. The Cavaliers looking for it as the linebacker was quickly on Bowling there. But I like the play action look on 2nd down. You know, it's positive yardage. You pick up 1, but now you've got a 3rd down and 7. It'll be interesting to see what they go with.
Tyshawn Ziegler is going to check in with the play from the sideline. Cavaliers keeping all 11 guys 5 yards to the line of scrimmage. Paget comes across, hands it off to Bowling, works his way across to the 25. It's going to bring up 4th down for the Eagles. They're going to have to punt this one away.
It went back to that inside trap again, just like the last 3rd down and 7 call. Bowling unable to step through that. Good defense by the Cavaliers. They'll force another punt.
Johnson and Houston will be back to return this punt at their own 40-yard line. Luckett, his own 12 to punt this one away. Needing a good snap and a good punt. Snaps a little bit low. Luckett gets the punt away. End over end kick. Bounce across midfield. down to the 48. The Cavaliers have excellent field position once again to start their third drive of the game.
Yeah, the low snap threw the timing off there, and Duckett had to hustle. Luckett, had to hustle. Thinking about all that water, I'm thinking about the Duckett fishing with all the moisture on the field. 24-yard punt, and the Eagles defense going to have to play tough again.
Twin receivers split to each side. Quick hitter to the far side going to be complete. That's Barry Jordan. Going to work across midfield.
Yeah, the Cavaliers like those quick hitters, those quick passes, trying to get the ball out to the playmakers' hands. You know, only 7 touchdowns on the season for both of these quarterbacks you'll see, if we see Male. 7 touchdowns, I think 13 interceptions coming in, so not a potent attack. It's almost like a second type of running game.
Hand off to Houston, busts through the line. Works his way out to the 40-yard line, picks up the first down. Lee Carter's going to make the stop, but this has been their bread and butter for positive yards.
Yeah, it sure has. Another gainer there, 11 yards down to the 39. And I tell you what, Houston really got that forward lean when he's running the football. He's quick and hard to bring down. He hits the hole very quickly. He looks like he's always just a step away from breaking one open.
3 receivers set to the near side. Houston going to get to the carry once again. Tripped up at the 40. Loss of a yard on the play. Nothing doing there on first down.
Evan Stone in there once again. He blew that one up. He took out the lead blocker, which then tripped up Houston, made the stop. What a great job by him again.
Trip set to the top of the formation. 2 receivers to the near side. De La Rosa drops back, fires it. And that pass gonna be picked off. De La Rosa once again laying up a duck. And Jacob Bear gonna come away with his second pick of the season. And that's the turnover Franklin County needed.
Yeah, that's huge. And like I said, Franklin County's been close a couple of times, had their hands on the football, should have had a pick earlier in the game. De La Rosa just really not looking at all, throws this one out there, and you're right, it was a duck, and Bear just undercut the route, picked it off for Franklin County. First turnover of the game.
First down and 10 from their own 26-yard line. Garmin's going to bring the play in from the sideline. Best field position of the night to start here for the Eagles.
Make something happen, take advantage of it.
2 receivers will be split to the near side. Smith checking in to dot the I. Padgett will come into motion. They're going to play action. Grindstaff steps up, has Garmin out here at the 30, just overthrows him. A little bit too much on that throw, but a great job there. Grindstaff steps up in the pocket and gave Garmin an opportunity on that one, just too far.
I like it. That's beautiful. That was a beautiful pass. Great job by Smith picking up the blocker. That's a sophomore in there picking up that blitz. And I tell you what, just a yard overthrown just out of the outstretched hands of Garrett Garmin.
Good look there on offense for the Eagles, looking to make something happen, looking to flip the field.
Love it. And I love it on first down.
Absolutely. Going to bring up second down and 10 from their own 26. Twin receivers will be set to the top. You're in the worst part of the field right here. Padgett slips coming into motion. Toss pitch coming to the near side to Smith. Flag's going to fly. Can't get back. It's in holding territory. You got to think it's tough in that mud trying to hold the block.
Well, he probably slipped and was falling down and just grabbed onto it and got called for it. But you saw Smith there sliding down as he was trying to cut as well. Eagles had the blockers out in front trying to see the hold there, and it is. The blocker just honestly lost his footing, and when he fell, he brought the guy down with him.
Inside of 20 seconds left here in the first quarter. Franklin County does not have to snap the football to get to the end of the quarter. You could also flip it over and be on the opposite end of the field. Much better conditions. And it looks like Franklin County will be content to end the first quarter of play with the Franklin Finance scoreboard empty, 0-0. We're going to be back with second quarter action. You're watching Eagle Football on Cable 12.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Willard Insurance Agency. Visit willardinsurance.org.
Erie Insurance.
Taking down at 22 from the 16. Twin receiver set wide to the near side. Padgett's going to come across the formation. Smith breaks through the first tackle, works his way across the 20, stays on his feet. Still going to be 3rd down and long for the Eagles.
I like the change that he brings, that it's a different running style. That young man runs so hard. Not that Miles Gilbert doesn't, but it is a different look.
3rd down and 15 for Franklin.
3rd down and 15 for the Eagles. They've had 3rd down and 7 on their last 2 drives. Went to the fullback. We'll see what they do with 3rd down and 15.
It might take a little more than that play action underneath.
5 seconds on the play clock. Line comes set with 4. Padgett into motion. Quick hitter. A little bit of miscommunication there as Garmin cuts inside. Flag's going to fly. I believe that's probably going to be a sideline warning on the Cavaliers, but we'll wait.
Maybe a holding.
See if we can catch it on the Bob Parcell replay. Wait for the call from the blind guys. Again, our referee for tonight, Jim Gear.
It's going to be a penalty.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Cavaliers.
Wow.
Have to think that was on the sideline. Definitely on the sideline.
Had to be. Oh, yeah, no doubt about it.
It's like the official talking to one of the coaches on the far sideline.
Coach Jennings is wanting to know what happened, and now the official is pointing directly at the person he dropped the flag on, saying it's that guy right there. That's a huge penalty. Huge penalty.
That coach is going to find himself a one-way seat to the coach's bench, which is the fence on the far side, at least for a play to cool down there. 2 receivers to the near side. 1st down and 10 from the 41. Padgett into motion. Hit the trap once again to Wingfield. But I tell you, the Cavaliers not going to let that beat them tonight.
Nope, they're seeing that one all the way. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, but nothing more.
That's Clover on the stop. Remains 2nd down and 10 from the 41. Tyshawn Ziegler's going to bring the play in. Franklin County's had some glimmers of production here on the offensive side. Have yet to put that drive together. 4 seconds on the play clock. Hand off to Smith on the right side, absorbs that hit. Going to work his way forward for about 2 yards. It will bring up a 3rd down and long once again for the Eagles.
Yeah, Kendall Cross on the receiving end of the big hit, but he also brings the ball carrier down immediately. A short 2-yard gain for Smith. But I tell you what, if he could have got past Cross, plenty of room out there. Eagles are going to have to break one, it looks like, looking for that big play, as you mentioned.
Derek, also a big turnover at an inopportune time could be the difference in this ball game.
Well, you got to take advantage of the one you just got. I mean, that's going to be huge. Could be huge.
Receiver split out to each side. Play action. Grindstaff rolls to the near side. He's got Wingfield at midfield. A little bit of a slip, but he would have had an opportunity to pick up the 1st down, but Franklin County will have to punt this football away.
Yeah, for sure. He had it. And again, that wet football, a perfect throw by Grindstaff, rolling out against the against his body there, turns and right on the money on the pass. Would have been right at the yard to gain, but just right through the hands, and Wingfield couldn't make the grab.
Houston and Johnson back deep for the Cavaliers. Luckett punting from his own 30. A little bit of a low snap, able to get this one away. A spiraling kick into the mud, and it will die at the 20. And that's where the Cavaliers will take over their next drive. 9:28 left to play here in the first half. Franklin Finance scoreboard is empty. And we expected a low-scoring affair, and this one is proving true.
Yeah, sure is. A good 43-yard punt that time for Luckett. No return once again. And isn't it amazing how the football finds the nastiest, muddiest, wettest spot on the field every time?
Great angled punt there by Luckett to find the mud. 3 receivers to the top, 1 receiver to the near side. De La Rosa going to hand it off to Houston right through the mud. He's going to be out close to a first down. Give him 8 yards on that carry before Ziegler makes the stop.
And I'll tell you, watch Houston running. As we mentioned, he's got that good forward lean, great speed, able to make the turn. And when he's getting ready to get hit, he'll like leave his feet, so it kind of takes some of the big hit out of the play there.
Hands off to Houston, absorbs that big hit by Wingfield, and that's going to be a loss on the play.
Yeah, he's not going to get away from that one, that's for sure. Loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down and 2. What a play by Wingfield. Just exploded through there, rolled him through the mud a little bit extra there. Just really made him pay.
2 backs in the backfield for De La Rosa right in the mud. Handoff coming to the near side. Looks to get the footing. Nothing doing there.
They gave it to Cross. They changed up to the big back, and Cross, they'll give him back to the line of scrimmage, but not much more. If anything, it actually took him backwards a yard, so it's 4th down. A great job by this Eagles defense. As Cross, you see him right there on the bottom. He gets a face full of that mud hole.
John Michael Elliott to punt this one away. Tyshawn Ziegler back at his own 34 to return this one. 4th down and 3. A little bit of a high, slow snap. Elliott end over end kicks, going to bounce at midfield. Takes a huge Cavalier bounce inside the 35 down to about the 34, and that's where the Eagles will take over. We got 7:51 left to work with here in the first half. Still looking for our first points on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. What's it going to take here for Franklin County to get this offense going?
I think it's going to have to come on the big pass play. It was open with Garmin there earlier in the ball game, just a little bit overthrown. It's going to take something like that. This defensive front, these linebackers are quick for Clover Hill. They're fast getting to the football. I think it's going to take a big play action pass to break it open. I don't see Franklin County outrunning these defenders trying to run the football. Now, Garmin, he's got the speed. We saw that, but it's going to take a big play.
Receivers split out to each side. I formation. Smith's going to stay in for this series. It's the handoff on the delayed. Work his way across the 35. Give him about 3 yards, maybe 4 on the carry.
Cross makes the stop again for the Cavaliers. And Smith, I mean, he's running hard. He makes a good choice that time, tucks in behind his blockers as they had him sealed up around the outside. But it's tough sledding. You're trying to pick up 3 or 4 or 5 yards every single play. You almost have to operate perfectly. You have to execute every single play perfectly just to get those 4 or 5 yards. But we'll see if it'll open up some of that play action passing.
Bear the receivers to the near side, Padgett to the top of the formation. 3 seconds on the play clock. A little bit of a mix-up in the backfield. Smith somehow able to hang on to that football. Going to pick up about a half yard on the play.
Yeah, it looked like pinball in the backfield as the pulling guard ran into the quarterback, who ran into the fullback, who somehow got it in the hands of Smith, who somehow held on to it on the hip and worked out a yard gain. But it's 3rd down and 5. Again, the Eagles faced with a big 3rd down here, trying to not go 3 and out once again.
3rd down and 5 from their own 39-yard line. 2 receivers set to the near side. 5 seconds on the play clock. Line comes set with 3. Handoff across the right side. Big push. They're going to drop Smith short of the line to get.
Yep, needed 5, got 4. And it looked like he was going to break it. And Smith had some good room over that right side. See what happens here, Franklin County leaving that offense out there. It looks like they're going to go for it here.
Maybe trying to draw Clover Hill offside before taking the timeout and punting it away.
Man, crowd comes to life cheering on this 4th down play.
2 receivers set to the top. High formation. Franklin County will succeed.
Clyburn going to be called for offsides. That is a costly 5-yard penalty for Janaz Clyburn.
Give Franklin County the first down. Eagles really didn't have to try too hard on that one. Too much excitement on that defensive front for the Cavaliers.
And you wonder, you have to know that everybody said watching football, they're going to try to draw you offsides. Everybody has said that. You have to wonder, especially at that defensive tackle spot or even nose guard spot. He's lined up right on top of the football.
First down and 10 from their own 48-yard line. Receivers set out to each side. Hands off to Smith, works his way across midfield. Just inside of Cavalier territories. They will mark him down right at midfield.
And they keep backing up. Had him marked about the 48. They're going to put it right on the 50. Second down and 8 upcoming. Again, tough grinding in there with the running game, trying to get that going.
Franklin County will get the football back to start the second half, so a big opportunity here with 5 minutes left in the half to put points on the board. Garmin, the receiver, to the near side. Patch it to the top of the formation. Play action. Grindstaff fires it across the middle of the field. Just overthrows Garmin once again. Garmin wanted that inside route. Threw it over the back shoulder. You can tell Garmin digging in a little bit deeper here before that snap.
Yeah, that was open on the post pattern, but it looked like Grindstaff thought he was going to just go straight fly pattern down the sideline. But Garmin has got his man beat both times, and he's just been missed.
Third down and 8 from midfield. Two receivers set to the top of the formation. Run out of the pistol. 2 on the play clock. They will get the snap off. Grindstaff rolls to his right. Not a receiver. Pass will fall incomplete. Tyshawn Ziegler, the intended receiver, and Franklin County will punt this football away from midfield.
Another beautiful throw that time by Grindstaff, right on the hands of Ziegler, but that's a tough ask. This football is wet. It's muddy. Ziegler lays out for it and just can't bring it in. But a perfect throw, I mean, right where it had to be.
Houston and Johnson back deep for the Cavaliers. Luckett from his own 37. A little bit of a high snap handle. It's going to be a short kick. We'll take an eagle bounce inside the 30. See where it will be spotted. Put it out to the 26. That's where the Cavaliers will take over. First down and 10. As we still look for our first points on the Franklin Finance scoreboard.
Yeah, the missed field goal looking really big right now. The Cavaliers missed that on their opening drive. The only time in the game at all either team has come close. And
3 receivers to the near side, 1 lone receiver to the top. De La Rosa gonna keep it. Hit in the backfield, gonna be dropped. And Parker Scott making his presence known.
Yeah, he'll wish he didn't make that decision on that read option. Parker Scott did a great job, steps up. You see him at the top of your screen, just seals the edge. Wasn't fooled at all. Wingfield took care of Houston, who got the fake.
Bring up second down and 12. Clock rolling inside of 4 minutes now left to play in the half. Be sure to stick around for our Connor Bowman Funeral Home and Crematory halftime. Pass gonna be picked off. Lane duck once again.
Cromwell, that's a huge turnover deep in your own territory. Huge.
Absolutely. Catch this on the Bob Parcell replay. Del Rosa once again, lazy throw by that young man. We saw them many times here tonight. That's the second one going to be picked off.
Yeah, that's a big time play. Terrible throw. Young man in the middle of 3 jerseys. Cromwell steps in front. Eagles have it at the 20-yard line of the Cavaliers. They've got to make this work.
First down and 10 from the 20. 3:39 left to play in the half. It's going to be Miles Gilbert dotting the I. Ty Wingfield at fullback. 2 receivers set to the near side. Tight coverage. Gilbert up the middle, drags the pile out close to the 15. Give him 4 yards here on first down.
Yeah, not a great spot. It looked like he got all the way down to the 15, but a good push up front. Massenberg ends up making the stop initially, but lots of Cavaliers in there. And again, a lot of white hats surrounding that football as he comes through the line of scrimmage.
15 seconds on the play clock, second down and 6. Both teams with all 3 of their timeouts remaining. See Castaneda warming up on the opposite end of the field. May have an opportunity here late in the half. A bit of a busted play. Flag's going to fly. It will be a sack. Wait for the call from the blind guys. Has to be an illegal shift.
Well, I mean, if it's on the offense, it should have been a dead ball, right?
It is an illegal shift on Franklin County. Penalty will be declined. We'll push them back to third down and 10.
Yeah, Eagles tried to go with the naked bootleg that time with Grindstaff.
About 3 minutes left to play here in the half. Not the ideal location for a field goal. Timeout called by Clover Hill. We'll take 1, 2, 2:45 left to play here in the first half. Franklin Finance scoreboard empty. Franklin County threatening. We're going to be right back. You're watching Eagle Football on Cable 12.
Look over there, that's what we've been hunting for weeks.
I love it.
Are you pre-approved with a bank?
Absolutely. I watch your show on Cable 12, Tuesdays at 8:30.
Well, let's move in. As time rolls on, perhaps your children are leaving home, resulting in a change in your real estate needs. I'll be happy to help you hunt for something different.
They're down and 10 here for the Eagles following the Cavalier timeout. I think Franklin County's going to run the football to the near side or roll the bootleg out to this way. Pass is going to be complete. Oh. They're going to say incomplete. We're going to have to catch this on the Bob Parcell replay. This incomplete is the call. Great effort there by Grindstaff.
Great effort by Wingfield out there too. Unfortunately, we can watch it on the Bob Parcell replay maybe, but those officials won't be watching it. And the football still in the muck.
Definitely want to see this one being possibly the biggest call of the game so far.
That's right, yes.
Castaneda will come on to attempt the extra point. Tough ask here, Castaneda.
It is. Ball's going to be at the 27, so a 37-yard attempt.
Here's the play to the near side.
Oh, man.
Not sure if we can roll that one back just a little bit. Well, I'll tell you, just simply the way that Wingfield got up off the ground, thought he made that catch. We're going to have a timeout on the field. We're going to take 1, 2, 2:37 left to play in the half. Score tied at 0. You're watching Eagle Football on Cable 12.
Long ago, Carillion Clinic made a promise to be here every moment. That means the moment you need care, and every other moment too. Because by providing tools, support, and guidance to take charge of your health on your terms, we're helping you live better every day. Carillion Clinic is right here for you from moment one.
That kicking ball in there.
That's right. Need that dry football. It's a big deal on the snap and the hold.
Again, right in the middle of the mud puddle. Snaps a little low, holds good, kick is up. No chance on that one. With 2:33 left to play here in the half. Score Still tied at 0. Give the football back to the Cavaliers. 2 timeouts for the Cavaliers. They're going to have 80 yards between them and the end zone. Again, a tough ask there for Castaneda in the mud.
Yeah. And again, you go back to, obviously you want to pick up the yardage with the play action, the pass. But I think you also maybe tend to just run the ball over that left side to find a way to get up out of the muck in case you do have to kick it.
It's a little mismatch in coverage to the near side. Going to be handoff up the middle. Nothing doing there. Maybe a yard, if any. Our first look. The other quarterback here for the Cavaliers and Quinn Mail.
Good time to go to the change. Maybe a play too late, as De La Rosa has 2 interceptions already. Easily could have had another. Again, we mentioned he and Mail not lighting up the stat book all season long. 7 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, now 15 combined.
Houston's going to get the carry up the middle, absorbs the first contact, steps through the hole, but nothing doing there across the 20. Give him no gain on the play.
Yeah, you're seeing just 2 really good defensive fronts and linebackers playing here tonight. Wingfield will get credit for that tackle, but Dillard's in there as well.
It's hard to believe, Derek, we played a football game and a half, all in 30 yards of the field.
Yeah, that's
on the far
exactly
side.
Right. It's the case, that's for sure.
Houston coming to the near side. Big tackle in the open field. Nothing doing. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Ty Wingfield again, and he's fired up. That young man's fired up. Coach Edwards going to take a timeout to get the football.
Great call there. We'll see it here on the Bob Parcell replay. Big push up front. Hole opens up, but Wingfield will do a great job filling that. And as you said, Coach Edwards going to take the timeout. He'll have 1 remaining in the half. We've got 1:10 left to play. Score tied at 0. We'll be right back. Following the timeout is Cavaliers going to have to punt this football away.
Hello, Franklin County. It's Doug Williams with Budget Blinds. We're your turnkey solution to all your window covering needs. I hope you're watching Franklin County Cable 12 Sports, where we bring to you the umpires and the officials each and every week. And every time a bad call is made, that is brought to you by the blind guys. Is this year you're building that new house? How about adding on that sunroom you've been talking about? Well, here at Budget Blinds, we're here to help. The consultation is free, we do the work, and it's all backed by our 5-year no questions asked warranty. This year, let the blind guys help you see the possibilities.
John Michael Elliott to punt this one away. High snap, somehow hangs on to it. Gets off a beautiful kick across midfield, across the 45, down to the 44. And Franklin County will take over first down and 10 from their own 43-yard line. They're going to have 1 timeout here in the half, but another opportunity. The Eagles have had many here tonight.
Yeah, you've had two turnovers, the last one deep in your opponent's territory. Still no points on the board. Offense hasn't been able to do much at all. You called a timeout now to get the football back to your offense. Make something happen. Open up that book. You've got to I think you got to throw it downfield.
First down and 10 from their own 43. As we said, 1:01 left to play here in the first half. Army, receiver to the near side, Paget in the slot. They will stay out of the eye. 4 on the play clock. 3, 2. Grindstaff, play action. Fires it deep, has Garmin out here. Catch will be dropped at the 11.
Man.
Double coverage opportunity there for Garmin, just cannot hang on to it.
Yeah, that was a perfect throw by Grindstaff. Waited, had time. Great job by the guys up front blocking. Grindstaff sets his feet, lets it fly, and it was right on the money. Grindstaff well covered, but I mean, Garmin well covered, but Grindstaff dropped it right in there. The defender just knocked it out of his hands. Great defensive play downfield.
Going to be second down and 10 from the 43. Great effort there by the Eagles. You see it here on the Bob Parcell replay. Good defensive effort there to knock the football out.
Big time play.
Second down and 10 from the 43. Going to have pressure coming from the backside. Quick hitter to the near side. Catch will be made into Cavalier territory at the 49. Going to be Jacob Bear on the reception. Going to be short of the first down marker.
Yeah, a little bit short. Going to be about 2 yards short. Big deal. He got out of bounds. Another great throw. I tell you, Grindstaff has been on the money with these throws, and a great catch from Bear.
Clock stopped, 45.5 seconds left to play here in the first half. Third down and 2. Franklin County needing to pick up the first down here. 2 timeouts left for the Cavaliers. Looking for the quick hitter. Behind Ziegler, going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down, clock stop. 42 seconds, decision time here for Franklin County.
Man, I'm not sure what I'd do here. You get the football first in the half. I'm not sure I don't punt this one away. Not to make any big mistakes here and give a big play to the Cavaliers.
Luckett will come on to punt the football away from his own 37.
Yeah, I like the call. They're going to come after this one.
6 seconds on the play clock. Good snap. A good punt here by Luckett. Going to take a Franklin County bounce.
Don't
and die at the 9. 30 seconds left to play here in the half. As we said, 2 timeouts for the Cavaliers. But a great job flipping the field by Franklin County.
I like the job by Evan Stone getting down there, getting everybody away from the football. Make the officials blow the ball dead instead of you downing it. Got a few more seconds to run off that clock, but a great snap and a great punt.
See what the Cavaliers do. 91 yards to go. 30 seconds and 2 timeouts to get there. Looks like they may just look to end the half. Take a knee. That will be enough to end the first half if they so choose.
Coach Edwards got one more timeout.
Hold it here for the final 12 seconds. And the Cavaliers will take it to the half. Franklin County will get the football to start the second half. Our Franklin Finance scoreboard tied at 0. We're going to be right back with our Connor Bowman Funeral Home and Crematory halftime report right here on Cable 12.
Hello, Franklin County. It's Doug Williams with Budget Blinds. And we're your turnkey solution to all your window covering needs. I hope you're watching Franklin County Cable 12 Sports, where we bring to you the umpires and the officials each and every week. And every time a bad call is made, that is brought to you by the blind guys. Is this year you're building that new house? How about adding on that sunroom you've been talking about? Well, here at Budget Blinds, we're here to help. The consultation is free, we do the work, and it's all backed by our 5-year no questions asked warranty. This year, let the blind guys help you see the possibilities.
Back here at the half for our Connor Bowman Funeral Home and Crematory halftime report. Going to turn it over to Derek. Look at the scoreboard, 0-0 here at the half. Stats follow that same vein.
Yeah, they sure do. Really just 2 dead offenses there in that first half. Franklin County 33 yards rushing on the half. Smith had 19 yards, Gilbert with 14, Wingfield a couple of yards, Bowler a couple of yards. Grindstaff loss of 4. So 33 yards rushing for Franklin County. Grindstaff through the air, 3 of 9 for 14 yards. Only 47 total yards of offense for Franklin County. But Grindstaff has thrown some great passes that were dropped, well defended. Could be much more.
Absolutely. Time now for our Rocky Mount Chiropractic halftime adjustment. Brought to you by the fine folks at Rocky Mount Chiropractic. Derek, I'm going to take the start here tonight, and I'm going to take Franklin County. I think if you look at the Eagles, this game is important. It's win, continue your season, lose, you go home. But if you do win, next week you're going to be taking on a really tough team in Colonial Forge. If you look at the season that those guys have had coming in 10-0, has put up some big offensive numbers. Defense is going to be much stronger than what you're seeing here with Clover Hill. You know, we said it last week, find ways to play better football. You know, I think if you get things going on offense, start connecting on some of these deep passes. Your defense is playing strong. if you're Clover Hill, your defense is playing strong. But I would say Franklin County's offense, despite what the stats say, have looked a little bit cleaner here to start. A lot of those have been a couple big runs for Clover Hill. So I think if you're Franklin County, find ways to clean it up, make these big catches. You got the big turnover deep in Clover Hill territory. You weren't able to turn it into points. So I think, again, play cleaner football. I think you're going to have another turnover deep in their territory. You've got to convert it into points. What's Clover Hill going to have to do to come away from this 0-0 deadlock?
Well, they're going to have to find a way to get Chris Houston to break one open. I think that's the only chance they've got. Franklin County's defense is playing outstanding. Houston had 50 yards in that first half, had 40 of those in the first quarter, most of them coming on a big 22-yard gain the second time he carried the football. But Franklin County's adjusted to his speed and his pace. It really started to bottle him up a little bit better. Clover Hill only 67 total yards of offense in that first half. Passing, they were 2 of 8 for 18 yards, 2 big interceptions. We say big interceptions, but Franklin County wasn't able to take advantage of them, so they didn't really hurt anybody. They didn't hurt Clover Hill except ending the drive. Both teams missed a field goal. It may come down to something goofy like that, a one-score game, a field goal, a single touchdown, may be all it takes tonight with 2 great defenses, a sloppy track. But if I'm Clover Hill, I am handing the football to number 12 the rest of the night, and I'm going to lean on him.
Absolutely. He's been your one bright spot on offense. That's our Rocky Mount Chiropractic halftime adjustment, brought to you by the fine folks at Rocky Mount Chiropractic, Dr. Marlene Skillen and Dr. Kim Skillen, bringing the best in chiropractic care right here in Franklin County. Their office is located across from the beautiful campus of Franklin County High School. Whether it's a sports injury, a motor vehicle accident, or you just need that basic tune-up here as we get ready to head into the holiday seasons, be sure to give Rocky Mount Chiropractic an opportunity to help you get or keep your head on straight. At the half, 0-0 on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. We're going to be back to continue our Connor Bowman Funeral Home and Crematory halftime report right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12.
It's bow time at Bojangles. Need a flavorful, convenient meal? Come in today for 8 pieces of Bojangles perfectly seasoned chicken for just $10.99 and get 4 free made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuits. Every piece of Bojangles flavorful bone-in chicken is fresh, never frozen, and hand-breaded not once, but twice. Hurry in today for 8 pieces of chicken for just $10.99 and get 4 free biscuits. Only available for a limited time. Bojangles, it's bow time.
Back now to wrap up Connor Bowman Funeral Home and Crematory halftime report. There you see it. That is a true statement. None has never been truer.
Well, you have to.
But you have to play all the way until the clock strikes 0. And hopefully there will be a score on the Franklin Finance scoreboard in favor of the Eagles. They're going to get the football to start the second half. Carter fields this one at his own 14. Has some real estate across the left side. Fights his way through the pig pen. Finds his way across midfield. It's going to step out. And that's the most excitement we've had all night.
I mean, a huge return from Malik Carter. Been waiting for that all season long. Of course, he cuts across right through the mud hole, but able to get through it, and just for a little bit looked like he was going to break it. But a couple of the Cavaliers had a good angle on him, but a great return for Malik Carter as he gets across midfield. We'll see if that energizes this Franklin County offense.
Best field position outside of the turnover for Franklin County. First down and 10 from the 47. 2 receivers set to the near side. It's going to be Smith dotting the I. Football's going to hit the ground. Going to have a scrum. Looks like Grindstaff may have fell on it, but we have not yet got a signal from the blind guys.
Well, 4 Cavaliers jumped on top of him well after he had the football.
He does. Gain possession, brings up second down and 10. So here on the Bon Parcell replay, not a good handle there. Not been an issue for Franklin County.
No, not tonight, not at all. Really done a good job, really all season long with that exchange with the center and the quarterback.
2 receivers to the near side, Ziegler and Padgett. Stay in the I, second down and 10. Play action, Grindstaff, pressure coming from the backside, fires it out here to Ziegler and overthrows his target. Double coverage.
Well, I think if we see the replay here, Padgett Coma Pageant had cut across the middle there from the slot receiver, and he is wide open back across the middle. Grindstaff looking for that home run, though. Just overshoots Ziegler.
3rd down and 10 from the 47. Paget to the near side. Garrett Garman, the receiver, to the top of the formation. Out of the eye. Big pressure here coming. Grindstaff steps up, fires it up the field, and that one's going to be picked off at the 15. Real estate on the far side. Going to be run out of bounds. Big turnover for the Cavaliers. Logan Liverman with the interception.
Yeah, no real business throwing that football there. Too much pressure. You're just hoping your guy's out there. Never really even looked to check the defense. Double coverage on Garman, and it is intercepted with a huge return all the way back out to near midfield.
Line of scrimmage not going to change. Direction of the chains will. And it will be 1st down and 10 for the Cavaliers. Is that the spark that they needed? Quinn Mell in its quarterback. Quick hitter to the far side. Pass going to be incomplete, not the way that they wanted to start this drive.
Right through the hands and the legs. 3-hole and the 5 over there for Jordan as he was unable to corral it.
10:39 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Still looking for our first points of the night on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. Twin receivers set to each side. Houston's going to get the handoff. Parker Scott, first man on the contact. Wingfield comes in to clean him up.
Yeah,
2 yards.
Great stop by Parker Scott. You'll see him right here just make a perfect form tackle and then hangs on. Doesn't let Chris Houston get going.
It's going to be trips to the near side. A lone receiver set to the top of the formation. Lose Houston into the flats. Nothing doing there.
Man.
I tell you, Cromwell was getting ready to make the stop, but Ty Wingfield came up and took that tackle away from that young man.
Fired out of a cannon was Wingfield. That young man is jacked up tonight. Watch this.
Quick hitter out to the flats. John Michael Elliott on to punt this one away. Ziegler back deep at his own 15. High kick here into the mud, and it will die at the 27. Franklin County is going to be playing from the mud hole, but they're going to have the football back.
At least it's their mud hole. Exciting to have a playoff football game here in Franklin County with the opportunity to win and advance.
Win, you will take on Colonial Forge. There's half of the football, the other half resting in the mud.
That's amazing.
After this game here tonight, it's going to be plenty of time to get this field back in shape. Soccer and lacrosse come springtime. This will be nice and green the next time it's used here.
Sure will.
High formation, 2 receivers to the near side. Patchen comes into motion. Going to be a handoff to Smith. Absorbs that first contact. Picks up about 2 yards.
You know, a couple of weeks ago, they started running that loaded running attack where they really just crashed down on everybody. They had the tight bunch formation to one side of the formation or the other, and then everybody just crashed down and really set a wall for these backs. It sucked that defense down inside. And, you know, it may take something like that tonight with this quick defense to break that running game free.
Bear and Paget, the receivers to the near side. 2nd down and 7. Ball resting at their own 30-yard line. Nice man through Smith's going to get the handoff. Rolls out across the 35. 5 yards here on 2nd down. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 2.
Yep. Manageable 3rd down here, as that was a good hard run by Javon Smith. And a big play here early for Franklin County. Got to find a way to put some 1st downs together and move that football.
Garland and Paget, receiver set to the near side. They bring the safety help over the top to the near side. Smith, near side hole's going to open up across the 40, out close to the 45. They're going to give him the 44, 9 yards on third down, and that's a huge play for the Eagles.
Yeah, great job that time by that offensive line over the right side. Those big boys making a hole, and Smith finding it. A good kick out block by the fullback there, and then J-Ron Smith doing the rest, barreling through defenders. A big first down run.
First down and 10 for Franklin County at the 44. Two receivers to the top in the form of Ziegler and Paget. First man through is going to be Wingfield, and he's going to lose his footing. He's going to be out close to the first down.
And he had some real estate in front of him, but just got tripped up coming through the line. Felt himself going down. I like the forward flip to pick up about an extra yard and a half. And that forward flip gave them the first down.
Two receivers set to the near side.
Mayweather checks in to bring a little more speed on that defensive front.
Smith gets the carry, spins out of the tackle, across the 40. Maybe marked down at the 39, give him 7 yards on first down.
He's starting to feel it. This offense is getting into a little rhythm here, running that football over the right side behind those big guys. Another great kick out block by Wingfield. Smith still punishing defenders, blocking downfield happening. And this offense is picking it up here, 7 yards on that carry.
Eagles bring the two receiver set to the short side of the field. Smith and Wingfield in the eye. Wingfield's going to get the handoff. Looks to step by out to the 31, and real estate coming off in chunks here for the Eagles.
We'll give him 8 there before Reed Robinson makes the stop, but Wingfield, man, putting the moves on, coming through that inside trap, really working now as this offensive line could have made some good adjustments there at the half with this 5-man defensive front for the Cavaliers.
Two receivers to the near side. Bowling has checked in at fullback. No safety help over the top for the Cavaliers. It's going to be Smith. Across the 30, give him 2 yards on that carry.
And Clover Hill walked the defenders up that time and filled every gap on that defensive line. Nelson will get credit for the tackle, but they brought the house that time to try to stop this rushing attack for Franklin County that is really starting to pick it up.
Second down and 8 from the 29. Clock rolling here in the third quarter, 5:30 left to play in the third quarter. Play action, big pressure coming from the backside. Grindstaff has to get rid of it. Catch is made at the 5 by Coma Paget. And you're going to see here on the Bob Parcell replay, don't know if Grindstaff felt the pressure or if he just had the guts to sit in there and take the hit.
Either way, it worked. Paget, a 24-yard completion, and what a grab by Paget.
First down and goal from the 6-yard line. It's Franklin County with a huge opportunity to blow this game wide open. A little bit of an adjustment at the line by Grindstaff. Hand off to Smith across the right side. It's going to be close. Looks like they're going to mark him at about the 2.
Yep, give him 4 over the right side. Eagles looking to punch this one in.
See there on the Bob Parcell replay. Huge push on that right side.
Oh, they're doing a great job over there.
Starting to see a little bit of confidence here for Franklin County. We have a timeout by Clover Hill. 4:42 left to play in the third. Biggest play of the game up until this point. We're going to be right back. You're watching Eagle Football on Cable 12.
Whether it's residential, commercial, industrial, or agricultural, family-owned Redwood Fuel Oil and Propane is here for all of your heating and appliance needs. Come check out our new state-of-the-art showroom, showcasing a full line of propane appliances, including gas heaters and logs. All propane tanks and gas installations are performed by employees trained and certified through the National Propane Gas Association. Don't let winter catch you by surprise this year. Give us a call today at 483-7726 or visit us on the web at redwoodfuel.com.
I'm Dean Stone, manager at Redwood Fuel Oil and Propane, and we invite you to come see what we have to offer in our new showroom.
Second down and goal from the 2-yard line for Franklin County. I formation. 2 receivers set to the near side. Big push coming up the middle. But it's going to be a huge hole opens up across the near side. And Jerron Smith finds his way into the end zone. 2-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have put the first points of the night on the Franklin Finance score.
How about that? Great job by that offensive line, that entire drive. You can see it on the replay. He walks into the end zone untouched. Wingfield will get credit for that kick out, but those big boys up front did work that entire drive.
Second most important play of this ball game. Kick here by Castaneda. Hold by Luckett. Snaps good, holds good, kick is up, and the kick is tried and true. 7-0 on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. Franklin County on top. 4:39 left to play in the third quarter. We're going to be right back. You're watching Eagle Football on Cable 12.
Long ago, Carillion Clinic made a promise to be here every moment. That means the moment you need care, and every other moment too. Because by providing tools, support, and guidance to take charge of your health on your terms, we're helping you live better every day. Carillion Clinic is right here for you from moment one.
Houston and Johnson will be back deep to return this kickoff from Castaneda. But how important was that drive, Derek?
Oh, that was just out of this world to get points on the board. I mean, that, all intent and purposes, seriously could be the difference in this ball game completely.
Castaneda with it teed up at the 40. Great season kicking here for Franklin County. A low dribbling kick. Going to be left at the 31. That hole's going to open up. Franklin County is going to be all the way inside the 35 down to the 34. It's going to be Dalton Collins. So a busted play turns into a huge return here.
Wow. And you kick it away from the return guys to really hope to thwart any good return there is, but a bunch of missed tackles. Look like Franklin County trying to rip the football away instead of just going ahead and wrapping up, making the stop, and not for a good hustle from Malik Carter. Man, could be 6 points on the other side of that scoreboard. Let's see if that fires up this offense.
Quinn Mell. At quarterback, 3 receivers to the top, 1 receiver to the near side. Screen coming to the near side. Nothing doing there. Franklin County sniffs that one out.
Epps will get about a yard, but you're right. Franklin County all over that little screen now. Got burned with it early in the first quarter and have covered it well ever since.
2 receivers to the top of the formation, 1 lone receiver to the near side. Mell, 2 backs. Hands it off coming across the near side. That's going to be Dalton Collins on the carry.
Did such a good job returning that kickoff. Thought they put him in there at the running back spot.
See here on the Bob Parcell replay. Hole opens up. Wingfield, as is typical, sitting there to clog it. Be 3rd down and 8. Crowd coming to life here for Franklin County in the student section. We're going to have a timeout. It's going to be called to Clover Hill. 3:27 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. There you see the student section. They got something to cheer about with the Eagles up 7-0 on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. We're going to be right back. You're watching Eagle Football on Cable 12.
Whether it's residential, commercial, industrial, or agricultural, family-owned Redwood Fuel Oil and Propane is here for all of your heating and appliance needs. Come check out our new state-of-the-art showroom, showcasing a full line of propane appliances, including gas heaters and logs. All propane tanks and gas installations are performed by employees trained and certified through the National Propane Gas Association. Don't let winter catch you by surprise this year. Give us a call today at 483-7726 or visit us on the web at redwoodfuel.com.
I'm Dean Stone, manager at Redwood Fuel Oil and Propane, and we invite you to come see what we have to offer in our new showroom.
Swing punch is set tight to the near side. Mel, straight drop back. Fires it across the middle of the field, has a receiver out here. The catch will be made at the 6. That young man has a lot to talk.
Sure did. He made a play, first one of the night that he's been in on at all, but he sure did have a lot to say to Tyshawn Ziegler out there. Ziegler on good coverage, but a good adjustment by the young man coming back to the football. Johnson.
Two receivers to the top, one receiver to the near side. Mel out, the shotgun, 2 backs in the backfield. Hand off to Collins, nothing doing, loses his footing. Here on first down and goal from the 7.
Back it up a yard, maybe 2, out to the 9.
Second down and goal.
Second down, goal. Ball at the 7-yard line.
Bringing a fresh ball from the sideline.
Sure will.
Place it all the way back out at the 10. Over the long 9. Second down and goal. Hand off to Houston. Had a hole open up. Fights forward to the 5.
Houston, the ball carry.
Third down and goal from the 5. Flags are going to fly.
Wingfield in on the stop. We'll see. This could go both ways.
Penalty marker on the field.
Ready for the call from the blind guys.
A lot of extracurriculars going on against or in the direction of both teams. Looked like initially that could have been on Clover Hill, but we'll see if they catch Franklin County retaliating at all.
Absolutely. They'll definitely make this call go both ways. That would be a huge call against Clover Hill. We'll wait for the call here from referee Jim Gear. Here is the all-important call by the blind guys. Still discussing it, making sure that it's very clear.
Well, I mean, this is one of the top-notch crews in the area for sure. Rarely have any controversial calls near the goal line.
Lots of discussion. Any professional lip readers out there? I think it's double quarter pounder. No
I don't
pickle,
want to go
no
there,
onion.
he said. Let's try the other place.
Here's the call on the
all right,
line,
fine.
guys. Dead ball, personal foul on Clover Hill. Dead ball, personal foul on Franklin County, and they'll offset.
Man.
Nobody saw that coming.
Well, at least they got it right. Really worked it out. So it is a dead ball after the play.
That's a dead ball foul, third down.
And a third down and 9 now. Or down in 6. I'm sorry, they got the yardage to the 6.
Discussion under blind guys. Standing over the football.
Well, everybody needs to know that they are in control of the game. They don't want to make any mistakes here. Want to make sure they get it right.
Fired up.
The pace of this game has been blistering. Fast-moving game until this very moment.
You can tell Clover Hill has the momentum. This is definitely working against the Cavaliers. Dead ball, personal foul on the Cavaliers. That will move it back 15.
Personal foul penalty against Clover Hill. 15-yard penalty.
Were there 2 personal fouls against Clover Hill?
I think we're going to get the official call here. It's dead ball, personal foul against Franklin County.
Personal foul against Franklin County.
It'll be third down.
Third down. Ball at the 10-yard line. Third and goal from the 10.
It's never been more clear to me than right now.
Down the goal from the 10.
15-yard penalty one way and a 10-yard penalty back. And how can they mumble this up? It's against both teams. Just call it dead and leave the ball where it was.
They're down and goal from the 10.
Wow.
Overhill. Strong backfield. It's going to be Houston with the carry. It's going to bring up 4th down and goal for the Cavaliers.
And here comes the kicking unit. Ermini in initially on the stop, but the rest of that Eagles defense getting in there as well. Somebody got a chicken wing move at the bottom of the pile. I see it.
Have a field goal attempt upcoming here for the Cavaliers off the foot of John Michael Elliott, junior kicker.
Elliott will attempt the field goal.
Snaps a little behind. Kick is up. Kick is no good. Cavaliers come up short. Franklin County stands tall. 1:33 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Franklin County up 7-0. We're going to take a quick break on the change of possession. You're watching Eagle Football on Cable 12. Sorry.
It's bow time at Bojangles. Need a flavorful, convenient meal? Come in today for 8 pieces of Bojangles perfectly seasoned chicken for just $10.99 and get 4 free made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuits. Every piece of Bojangles flavorful bone-in chicken is fresh, never frozen, and hand-breaded not once, but twice. Hurry in today for 8 pieces of chicken for just $10.99 and get 4 free biscuits. Only available for a limited time. Bojangles, it's bow time.
Big missed a field goal by the Cavaliers deep in Franklin County territory. Eagles going to have the ball 1st down and 10 from their own 20. Franklin County's going to have to take a timeout. Coach Edwards not happy. They'll have to take the timeout. We'll take one too. 1:33 left to play in the 3rd quarter. You're watching Eagle Football on Cable 12.
When it's time to celebrate the life of someone special, turn to Connor Bowman Funeral Home. With 2 full-service facilities, we offer professional care and service to our community. 100% owned and operated, offering you the traditional historical Lynch Connor Bowman and Franklin County's most modern and newest facility on 220 North. We can assist you with pre-arranged funerals, and we house an on-site crematory. We can come to your home to make arrangements and pre-arrangements. We offer the release of 1 white dove, 1 memorial video, and video of the service if held in one of our chapels at no cost to you. Connor Bowman Funeral Home, Rocky Mount and 220 North.
Following the timeout, found a fullback on the sideline. Insert him into the play here. 1st down and 10 from the 20. 2 receivers to the near side. Hand off to Smith. Big hit at the 24. Cleaned up. But a good game there on 1st down for the Eagles.
That's exactly right. Smith's not going to back down from any hit. Picks up 4 yards. Nelson comes in and lays their first hit. And I tell you what, without a little help, J-Ron Smith would have stepped right through that and been picking up some more yardage.
Brings up 2nd down and 6 from the 24. Eagles flip the formation. 2 receivers now to the top. Stay out of the eye. Inside of a minute left to play here in the 3rd quarter. First man through is going to be Bowling getting the football. He's going to be out close to the 30. They're going to mark him short of the 1st down. It's going to be 3rd down.
Yeah, it looked like he wasn't going to get much there initially, but he just kept churning those legs. Phelps finally will get credit for the stop, but a good 5-yard run for Bowling.
It's going to be 3rd down and 1. Franklin County's going to have to run one more play here in the 3rd quarter. And a yard to pick up the 1st down. 2 receivers near side, out of the eye, Bowling. And Smith's going to get the carry. Hole's going to open up, rides across the 35. Plenty of yardage for the 1st down.
Yep, give him 5. Collins will make the stop. But Franklin County moving the football here late in the 3rd quarter.
will stop to reset the chains, and Franklin County will be able to take this one into the fourth quarter without snapping the football. They will do just that. 7-0. Eagles on top of the Franklin Finance scoreboard. Got 1 quarter left to play, and we're going to be right back with more Eagle football right here on your Neighborhood Network. Cable 12.
When it's time to celebrate the life of someone special, turn to Connor Bowman Funeral Home. With 2 full-service facilities, we offer professional care and service to our community. 100% owned and operated, offering you the traditional historical Lynch Connor Bowman and Franklin County's most modern and newest facility on 220 North. We can assist you with pre-arranged funerals, and we house an on-site crematory. We can come to your home to make arrangements and pre-arrangements. We offer the release of 1 white dove, 1 memorial video, and video of the service if held in one of our chapels at no cost to you. Connor Bowman Funeral Home, Rocky Mount and 220 North.
Receivers to the near side, I formation, 1st down and 10 from the 34. Smith coming to the near side, breaks the first tackle across the 35, works out to the 37. Flag's gonna fly. I have to say that's face mask territory. Be a huge penalty. Face mask on the Cavaliers.
Yeah, those big penalties start hurting this Clover Hill team.
It's the 5-yard variety out to the 42. Bring up 2nd down and a short 2 for Franklin County. Garman's the receiver to the near side. Padgett the receiver to the top of the formation. You have the receivers on an island. Ball resting at the Franklin County 42. Big pressure coming from the near side. Smith sidesteps into the hole, works his way out to about the 48. Give him 6 yards on 2nd down, and Franklin County picks up another 1st down. And this rushing attack going in the right direction.
And I love to watch him run. He just, I mean, no care in the world. He is slinging tacklers off of him, keeps those feet going. A big 6-yard gain and another Eagle 1st down. That is huge as that clock continues to wind. Eagles working on that 7-point lead, looking for more.
Cavaliers with just 1 timeout remaining in this football game. But still plenty of time left on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. Receivers split out to each side. Kind of staying in the eye. And off to Smith, fights through the hole across the 50. And at the 46. 8 yards. Not exactly. Give him about 6.
Looked like 8 though, didn't it? Unfortunately, Smith's gonna have to come out. I think his shoe came off. And how uncomfortable has that gotta be in this wet, nasty mud?
It's literally the worst thing I can think of.
Me too. Absolutely. Absolutely.
We've got some great camera shots here tonight, but do not do this field justice.
Yeah, no, not at all. My foot just got wet thinking about it.
Receivers split out to each side, staying in the I formation, 2nd down and 4. Line comes set with 1 on the play clock. Gilbert going to get the handoff, has those feet moving. Cavaliers ripping at the football, but it looks like he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Keep the chains moving.
Yep, he needed 4, got 5. Gilbert running hard up the middle. Those guys at the offensive line, again, just doing a great job. They have controlled the line of scrimmage the entire 2nd half.
Good for the Franklin County 1st down. Ball at the Clover Hill 41-yard line.
Robinson was the one who cleaned that tackle up. Garman's going to check the play in from the sideline. 10 minutes left to play here in the quarterfinal round of the Region 6B playoffs. Again, the winner of tonight's game will take on the #1 seed in Colonial Forge. The loser will see their season come to an end.
correct me if I'm wrong, didn't you say that Colonial Ford's the overall #1 ranked team in the state of Virginia?
#1 ranked team in the state.
How about that?
#2 seed, Manchester, who's hosting also here in the first round, is the #3 team in the entire state.
Yeah, that's a tough region. Tough region. Nelson makes the stop on Smith that time, no gain.
Second down and 10 from the Cavalier 41-yard line. Eagles will run out of a receiver set to each side. Tight end Jalen Jamison at the top of the formation.
Slip him out here down the seam with the box loaded up.
Play action. Grindstaff fires it. Pass will be complete to Bowling across the 35. Give him down to the 33. 8-yard pitch and catch.
Nice catch there by Bowling. Perfect time for that play action pass.
Great play. No better time for Quan. Epps steps up, makes the stop. A lot of green grass in front of Bowling.
Well, not much green, but some brown, muddy-looking grass.
It's going to be 3rd down and 3 for Franklin County. Stay out of the I formation, inside of 10 on the play clock. Game clock stopped at 8:59. Play action once again. Grindstaff fires it to Jamison, going to be complete at the 20, down to the 15.
Great time to find that tight end. On the play action, everybody loaded up in the box there looking for that inside run. And I tell you what, the reaction from the offense for Franklin County is like Jamison scored a touchdown right there. Look at that touch on that pass. Great job by Jamison bringing it in. Just wonderful play. Love it.
Good rhythm play there by the Eagles. 2 receivers set to the top of the formation. Stay out of the eye. Clock rolling, 8:30 left to play. Again, Cavaliers with just 1 timeout. Franklin County needing to hold on to this football. No gain on the play here on 1st down.
Yeah, perfect form tackle by Josiah Nelson. Just you don't see many folks bring J-Ron Smith down that easily, but a perfectly executed tackle. Good shot in there. J-Ron Smith right getting in the huddle, and that mud just all over everything. The helmet, back of the jersey, just covered up in it.
2nd down and 10. Still resting just across the 15 to the 14. Points would be huge on this drive in any fashion or form for Franklin County. Grindstaff feeling the pressure. Gets rid of the football. Picked off at the goal line, not the play. Franklin County was looking for great pressure by the Cavaliers. And that's the turnover that we made, but we have a flag on the play.
Jaden Johnson will get the interception right at the goal line. Grindstaff being dragged down would have been better off there just to take that penalty, obviously, or the sack. The interception at the goal line, and we'll see what the flag is. I think it's on Franklin County. Hopefully it doesn't take the blind guys as long to figure this one out as it did the last time we had a couple of personal fouls.
Bring the other official in from the near side.
He had nothing to do with the play, so you might as well ask him.
Pass interference on Franklin County.
I think there's no way it was pass interference
penalty indicated
on
against Franklin County.
Block in the back.
Can't be a block in the back on Franklin County.
On Franklin County.
Can't be.
1st down.
Move the football out to the 14. See if we can catch this on the Bob Parcell replay.
To me, it looked like a late hit. You don't call a block in the back after possessions changed on the defense at that point. Anyway, Clover Hills football, costly turnover potential.
County defense needing to stand tall. Twin receivers split out to each side. It's going to be well out of bounds. Good pursuit there on the play.
What a good heads-up play there by Mel. Throwing it out of bounds. Ermini was giving pressure, but a good heads-up play with Mel just tossing that one well out of bounds.
Second down and 10 from the 14. Again, that football has found its way to the muddiest part of the field. Houston's going to work his way forward. Picks up about a yard, if anything, on that play. Going to bring up third down quickly here for the Cavaliers.
Not much doing at all for the Cavaliers on offense. Ty Wingfield in there once again.
Cold night here.
Sure is. And it's wet and damp. Everything makes it colder.
Breezy.
Wingfield, I think, came into tonight with 111 tackles on the season.
Bubble screen to the near side. Franklin County going to eat that one up. Loss of a yard on the play. Going to bring up fourth down.
And I tell you, it looked like Dillard read that one as he was out there. You'll see him, number 62. He read the play. How good is that at the high school level to recognize that your guys are letting you go and setting up a screen? He goes over, makes him cut back in, and his counterpart inside, Hairston, comes over to clean it up. What a play and recognition of a play by Dillard there.
John Michael Elliott to punt this one away. Looks to angle it to the near side. Ball's going to bounce at the 44. Franklin County going to have great field position. That turnover at the goal line will not haunt the Eagles there.
It just gives them the opportunity now to chew up some more clock. .6:11 to go. And the Eagles, with the running attack as they have had in the second half, can really put this game away, especially with Clover Hill only having the one timeout.
See what Franklin County does on offense here. Arnold's going to bring the play in from the sideline. First down and 10 from the Clover Hill 47-yard line. Receivers slid out to each side. Patrick to the top of the formation. Garmin to the near side. Smith dotting the I. First man through is going to be Wingfield. Gets the carry down to about the 42. Give him 5 yards on first down.
Like it. Just keep churning away, grinding it out. Trey Branch will get credit for the tackle, but not before a good 5-yard gain for Wingfield. Clock winds under 6 minutes now.
Clock definitely becoming an issue for the Cavaliers. This game plays right into the Cavaliers' hands. They've played in many a game.
Yeah.
Low-scoring defensive battles throughout the season. Smith coming to the near side, nothing doing there. Maybe picks up a yard.
With the ball.
Give him the 41. Bring up third down.
Well, you like to see that young man cover that football up, put 2 hands on it once the first guy got there. That was Clover.
Approach 5 minutes left to play here in this football game. Third down and 4 from the 41. Eagles can pick up a first down at the 37. Tall sweep coming to the near side. Going to be short of the first down. It's going to bring up fourth down for Franklin County. Decision time here.
Be sure to get a full head of steam going. I don't know if there is a decision. I'm punting this football. Well, as well as your defense is playing.
You try to draw them offside. Was successful earlier in this game.
Maybe first.
And first down is huge here for the Eagles.
It is huge, but a turnover on downs near midfield is huge also.
Here's going to bring the play in from the sideline. 2 receivers set to the top of the formation. 9 guys in the box for the Cavaliers. They're going to run the play. Smith across the right side. Hole opens up. He's going to be down to the 25. Give him the 24. And that's an Eagle first down with 3:45 left to play in this ball game.
Cross, a touchdown saving tackle. Big time call there on 4th down and 1, and it obviously turns out perfectly for Franklin County as Smith will get 13 yards as he was churning it. Great job over the right side. Those guys, again, have controlled the line of scrimmage the entire second half.
After Franklin County first downs.
Won't take many more.
2 receivers set to the top of the formation. Comes set with 5 on the play clock. Smith across the right side. Takes a big hit at the 24. Messenberg in on the stops, going to bring up 2nd down and 8 from the 23. If you're the Cavaliers, can you take that final timeout?
Not yet. If they stop them on this play, and I think you have to wait until the 3rd down play to try to get the stop before you take the timeout.
2 receivers split to the near side. 4 seconds on the play clock. 3, 2, 1. We'll get the snap off. Smith coming to the near side. Flow catches up. He's able to pick up positive yardage across the 20. Give him 3 yards. Continue to roll. 2:20 left to play in the ball game.
And I would expect the timeout right there. You know, it's 3rd down, another stop, and
3rd down, 5 yards.
You've got the football back.
Timeout the field, charge to Clover Hill.
And you get the timeout with 2:14 left to play in the ball game. Franklin County up 7-0. Final timeout for the Cavaliers. We'll take 1-2. You're watching Eagle Football on Cable 12.
When it's time to celebrate the life of someone special, turn to Connor Bowman Funeral Home. With 2 full-service facilities, we offer professional care and service to our community. 100% owned and operated, offering you the traditional historical Lynch Connor Bowman and Franklin County's most modern and newest facility on 220 North. We can assist you with pre-arranged funerals, and we house an on-site crematory. We can come to your home to make arrangements and pre-arrangements. We offer the release of 1 white dove, 1 memorial video, and video of the service if held in one of our chapels at no cost to you. Connor Bowman Funeral Home, Rocky Mount and 220 North.
3rd down and 5 from the 20. No timeouts left for the Cavaliers. Franklin County needing to pick up the 1st down. Smith coming to the near side. 10-5, end zone, touchdown. Franklin County. Smith with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
That takes care of the discussion about if you have a 4th down, are you going to kick it or go for it? J-Ron Smith says, I'll just take it 20 yards to the house. Go ahead and just put this football game even further out of reach unless something crazy happens, which we have seen.
Castaneda tees it up for the extra point. 2:08 left to play. Snaps good, holds good, kick is up, and the kick is good. 14-0 on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. Franklin County on top. You see here on the Bob Parcell replay. Big hole opens up. Smith does the rest, finds his way into the end zone. 14-0. Franklin County is on top. They're going to be kicking this ball off to the Cavaliers, who have no timeouts. And 2:08 left to work with here. As Franklin County looks like they may be on their way to Colonial Forge in the 2nd round.
How about that? Really, if they can hang on here, it would be a huge win for this program. 2nd playoff win at home.
Castaneda will tee it up at the 40. Johnson and Houston will be back deep to return this kick. Big kickoff here for both teams. Franklin County can't give up a huge return here.
Well, that's the key here. Avoid the big return. Anything other than a return for a touchdown, you will take.
All teed up at the 40. See what Castaneda does with this one. Kick this one on the ground, stays in bounds down at the 30.
At the 30-yard
With
line.
2:07 left to play in the fourth, that's where the Eagles will take over.
Yeah, you don't get that roll if this field isn't in nasty shape, but it turns out just perfect. Just rolls dead, no return at all. And this is it. Colonial Hill with 2:07 to go. They need to score twice.
Need to score quickly here if they want to stay in this ball game. Franklin County could end it on a turnover. No timeouts left for the Cavaliers. Quick pass attempt.
Ball pass is incomplete.
Ball incomplete. Clock will stop. 2:03 left to play. Will be second down and 10 from the 30.
Second down, 10.
Only good thing about that for Colonial Hill is the clock remains stopped. As that football is nasty, trying to throw it around.
3 receivers set to the near side, 2 receivers set to the top of the formation. Drop straight back, fires it out here. The near side pass will be complete. Nothing doing after that. 2 yards on the reception. Clock's going to roll. 1:50 left to play. It will be third down, 8 for the Clover Hill Cavaliers.
Third down, 7.
Johnson on the catch.
He's been a favorite target tonight. Not many passes completed, but he's had a couple of big grabs.
Quinn Bell's going to fire this one. Has enough for the first down.
Ball pass is complete.
Johnson on the reception. Clock will stop as they move the chains. 1:32 left to play here.
Yeah, he's got 42 yards receiving on the night on 4 catches.
40-yard line.
Flags are going to fly.
Formation problem, I would imagine.
Ziegler had the opportunity to pick it off. Illegal shift.
Illegal shift penalty indicated against.
I don't think anybody was moving. I think it's a formation issue. But either way.
You see the student section coming to life. Hopefully they will all make the trip. 3 hours and 46 minutes.
Is that all?
218 miles.
Is that all?
From Cy Dillon Stadium to 550 Courthouse Road in Stafford, Virginia.
No problem.
As they take on the Eagles. Pass up the sideline. Wounded duck.
Look at that.
He picked off at the 40. That's Como Paget. Across the 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, into the end zone, 4. And they're
oh, come on.
At the 1.
Come on, you couldn't see it. Referee got wiped out. He hit the pylon. Come on.
We'll catch this on the Bob Parcell replay.
Oh, it's terrible.
Como Paget.
Como Paget returns that
huge interception return, 58 seconds.
First and goal.
Come on.
Wounded duck up here. Great job there.
It's a 60-yard return.
And you see the big hole open up here. Crosses the 20, 15. You're going to be looking at the 1.
Nope.
Easy call there into the end zone. Official face full of mud.
Yeah, he couldn't see it. He couldn't see it.
Mud did not heal the blindness there.
Sure did not. Wow. It did not. A little bit of different kind of mud, though, wasn't it? Yeah.
But for Franklin County, they can run this game out now.
Hey, look at this. And a classy move here.
It will take the knee, needing just one more.
Grindstaff takes the knee
to end this football game. As we said, Franklin County will advance to the semifinals. Fortunately, they're going to take on the number 1 seed in Colonial Forge. Perfect 10-0 on the season. As we said, Colonial Forge located in Stafford, Virginia. He needs to make the trip out. Franklin County 1 knee away from capturing this win and their 7th win of the season. And again, who would have thought after starting 0-3 that they would have rattled off 7 wins over the course of 8 games. And Franklin County has something to cheer about as they're going to take the win 14-0 over Colonial Forge. And we're going to be right back with our Davis and Davis Attorneys at Law postgame show right here on Cable 12.
Look over there, that's what we've been hunting for weeks.
I love it.
Are you pre-approved with a bank?
Absolutely. I watch your show on Cable 12 Tuesdays at 8:30.
Well, let's move in. As time rolls on, perhaps your children are leaving home, resulting in a change in your real estate needs. I'll be happy to help you hunt for something different.
Sometimes, through no fault of your own, you need an attorney. A successful, experienced attorney who'll fight for you and protect your rights. Will Davis at the Davis Law Firm is that attorney. Will's an experienced Virginia trial lawyer in Roanoke, Franklin County, and beyond. You won't feel like you're on an assembly line, and he won't settle your case to avoid a trial. He will pursue the compensation and insurance settlement you deserve. For compassionate and aggressive representation, contact the Davis Law Firm. Experience, driven, results.
Win this evening.
There you see Franklin County victorious 14-0 tonight in the first round of the Region 6B playoffs over Clover Hill. Time now for our Davis and Davis Attorneys at Law postgame show. We look at the stats, Derek. They were a little bit minimal in the first half, slightly in favor of Clover Hill. Looking at them here at the final.
Well, an outstanding second half for Franklin County on offense sure did flip the script. Eagles end up with 160 yards rushing on the game after only 33 in that first half, and it was the J-Ron Smith show. 118 yards for that young man and 2 touchdowns. Gilbert ended up with 19 yards on the night. Wingfield with 25. Bowling had some yardage. Grindstaff some yardage as well, but 160 yards rushing in that ball game for Franklin County again. J-Ron Smith leading the way, 118 yards and 2 touchdowns. Grindstaff was 6 of 15 for 56 yards, did have 2 interceptions. The other side, nothing doing at all for the Cavaliers. They tried to ride the back of Chris Houston. He only ended up with 60 yards rushing in the game. 34 total yards in the air for Colonial. I'm sorry, I've wanted to say that all night long. Clover Hill. 94 total yards of offense for the Cavaliers. Just a dominant defensive performance again by these Franklin County Eagles.
And as we said, Franklin County knows their destination. They'll take on the #1 seed next week in the semifinals next Friday night as they will travel to Stafford, Virginia to take on the Eagles of Colonial Forge, a familiar foe here in the playoffs for Franklin County. Franklin County was able to pick up their historic first playoff win at Liberty Bilton High School against Colonial Forge not too awful long ago.
Feels like a long time ago though, doesn't it?
Absolutely. But again, our final score for the final time tonight as Franklin County's season continues. Franklin County 14, Clover Hill 0. This has been our Davis and Davis Attorneys at Law postgame show right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12.
Sometimes, through no fault of your own, you need an attorney. A successful, experienced attorney who'll fight for you and protect your rights. Will Davis at the Davis Law Firm is that attorney. Will's an experienced Virginia trial lawyer in Roanoke, Franklin County, and beyond. You won't feel like you're on an assembly line, and he won't settle your case to avoid a trial. He will pursue the compensation and insurance settlement you deserve. For compassionate and aggressive representation, contact the Davis Law Firm. Experience, driven, results.